practices selective outrage. His wife was f***ing her son's friend. She hurt him way more than he hurt me. Okay? Everybody called him a bitch. They called his wife a predator. Everybody called him a bitch. And who's he hit? Me.
So apparently, guys, down there, there's a blanket. Underneath the blanket, somebody that's been shot in the head. That's a shame. Always a shame. Right? But as usual, these guys come along and they're not really making anything better.
Oh my God, what is wrong with this guy? What is wrong with him? They're not making things better. You just explained to everybody that there's a deceased person down there underneath a blanket, and you want to tell your fans that they're not making it better by telling you to get back. You're in a crime scene. You just said it yourself.
They don't always make things better.
Now, one thing that isn't brought out here, but it was brought out earlier, they had to put up the crime scene tape because this guy was approaching the deceased body. Yeah, he was encroaching on the cops, so the cops had to push him back and put up some crime tape. By the way, you don't have to have crime tape. It helps. Okay, it's supposed to help. These frauditors don't care, though. They'll cross the crime scene tape. But by law, you do not have to have the crime scene tape up to investigate a murder. You can still do the investigation without it. And sometimes we don't have time to put crime scene tape up right away. This is at Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Is he just harassing her?
Yeah, harassing her. The presence of that man over there, he's heard him.
He puts on his gloves, which we were taught at the police academy. Good idea. Put on those gloves.
Good. Good. Don't break my phone.
No, nobody's breaking his phone.
Okay.
Interlace your fingers. Interlace your fingers. Interlace your fingers.
Okay, when they give you directives, don't break my phone. Don't pay attention to them. Don't even acknowledge it. But good on the cop for using gloves. That's what I always did.
Hey, my man, stop squeezing my fingers.
As squeezing them and tightening the cuffs. I always tighten the cuffs. I wanted them tight. I don't want the guy to be comfortable. I want the blood circulation to be tight. I want the guy, hey, you know what? The sooner you cooperate, the sooner I'll loosen the cuffs. But until then, let's make them tight. It's cutting off the circulation. Yeah.
Why you say? You see the man?
Nobody's squeezing your fingers.
Okay.
Nobody's squeezing your
Don't negotiate.
Come on. You guys are done. You broke my phone, man.
I didn't break anything.
You broke my phone. You see it broke my
They start arguing, man. Those cuffs need to be tight. Now, let me just say this. When those cuffs are on tight, they argue less. It's when they're loose that they argue about it.
phone, man.
You did this. Give me money. Get a job.
Your body camera on? Of course. Okay. You see him broke my phone.
No, he didn't.
You broke my phone.
He's got the
Don't
pepper
be trying to
spray.
jack me around, my man. Okay? Don't try to jack me around, punk. Okay?
So let's see. The idiot has one cell phone, one regular camera, then he has a body camera and pepper spray, all while wearing a ski mask. Absolutely nothing nefarious here. Absolutely not. No ill will whatsoever. Anyways, I'm glad that the officers are taking their job seriously to protect the public from criminals, and they're doing the right thing by arresting this creep.
Hey, you see what he doing?
He went in that Enterprise Rent-A-Car like 3 times.
Your car. Thank you. Don't come back. Don't say be right back, because I don't want you to come back. Do you understand? Don't ever fucking talk to me like that again, bitch.
This current phenomena of First Amendment auditors has somehow morphed into the type of anarchy that's depicted in the Mad Max movies.
You're not going to come out here and intimidate me, so go back to your fucking job and move on.
No, I said hi to you.
Go fuck yourself.
I said hello.
Go fuck yourself.
I said hello.
Go fuck yourself.
That's not very nice.
Hang yourself.
You're just gonna bump me like that with your elbow? Really, you piece of shit? You're just gonna body bump me like that, huh? What's your name and badge number, you worthless bitch?
You know, somehow auditors believe that their cameras are licensed to act like spoiled, potty-mouthed toddlers.
Seems to
And
be.
make no mistake about it. None of these video bullies would talk like this, minus their cameras.
Dion 395. Dion 395. What's your name and badge number? Right here. Speak it verbally, you piece of shit. Do you not know your policy?
Some police policies do require that officers identify themselves. So just for the record, whenever the auditors get all exercised with the right here, the officer just did identify themselves.
Speak it verbally, you piece of shit. Do you not know your policy? Do you not know your policy?
What do you want, asshole? You need to watch your language. I'm taking you to...
I hate cops. That's what's going on. Because you motherfuckers are a bunch of corporate cocksuckers that like to terrorize people, motherfucker. Fuck you too, motherfucker. It's called First Amendment rights. I got First Amendment rights, and this shit's being streamed on fucking YouTube right now, man. Fuck you. It's called First Amendment drive-by. Fuck you, motherfuckers, man. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. It's called free shit. You're the one walking on me, bitch. Corporate cum, down you fucking fuck you. Don't say shit, bitch. I don't want to hear anything you gotta say, bitch. You corporate cocksucking motherfucker. Fuck you. I got First Amendment rights, bitch. You fucking teabagging motherfucker. Quit terrorizing people, you fucking bully with badge, asshole. Fuck you.
These video bullies get away with insulting cops because they know that police officers cannot respond. And that's a definition of a bully. You know, as someone
Actually, they can.
Or they know that the person won't respond for whatever reason. They're also...
Actually, the cops can respond. They're just too weak to respond. I never took this much abuse from people as a cop. And I was a Jew in Georgia. And I did never put up with that shit. But cops are weak and more genteel. And let's face it, I didn't have support from my supervisor. I know you don't. I never did. You'll never get it. I get that. But if I was a cop, I'm not a cop anymore, but if I was, I think I'd have a little bit more self-respect than to put up with all that bullshit.
Bullies because they'd never insult some street-walking biker or a Marine or an off-duty cop. They'd never do that. This is what makes them bullies. And it has nothing to do with the First Amendment. Because bullies have poor self-concept of themselves, and when they scream at the officers and nothing happens, they get empowered. But it's a false empowerment. As some of you see in some of my videos, they do this with private citizens and get the snot kicked out of them. And here's a brief montage of auditors meeting private citizens who aren't intimidated by their camera.
You want to know my name? Terry Gillio. Terry Gillio. I'm from fucking Iowa. We support the blue.
Look at this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
He supports the blue. Look how close he is to me. What's your problem, man?
You're my problem. You insult people. You insult every fucking cop in the city.
Yeah?
You insult my friends.
Okay.
Why are you running?
I ain't running, I'm walking. You need to back the fuck off. Back up. Get the fuck away from me. You gonna hit a man from behind? You seem like the coward type. You fat fucking bitch. Yeah, guys. They damaged my shit. Destroyed. All sorts of fucked up. No, they just fucking jumped me.
So the question everyone asks me is, do police have to be treated like dirt, cussed at, and insulted? Or are there any laws prohibiting it? Well, the Supreme Court has ruled that the public...
To be honest with you, there's so many laws on the books, it's not even funny. So yeah, you can protect yourself.
This teen apparently expected a slap on the wrist for his alleged role in mowing down a 64-year-old retired man who was out on his morning bike ride. I'll be out in 30 days, I'll bet you, told cops. It's just hit and run, slap on the wrist. Ayala and his 16-year-old buddy, Jasmir Keys, recorded the cold-blooded act.
The prosecution ended up charging both teenagers with first-degree murder, which is the intentional killing of another human being with malice aforethought. The prosecution must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the teenagers had malice aforethought by showing that the teenagers either intended to kill the cyclist, intended to inflict great bodily injury, or acted with reckless indifference to an unjustifiably high risk to human life. Luckily for the prosecution, the video shows evidence of their malice mindset when the driver asked the passenger, "Are you ready?" and the passenger responded with, "Hit him."
Yep.
Well, one of the adjunct members of the Hamas caucus is the venerable and intelligent Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I'm joking. Of course, she's a moron. There's an intersectional coalition to take on the halls and the pillars of power. This is, you wonder why AOC got sucked into this thing? You think AOC knows bleep about the Middle East? AOC barely knows how to tie her shoes in the morning. AOC can't make herself a bowl of oatmeal. That lady has the IQ of a kumquat. What is she? I mean, there's literal tape of her with Margaret Hoover explaining she knows nothing about the Middle East. Nothing.
You use the term the occupation of Palestine. What did you mean by that? I think what I meant is like the settlements that are increasing in some of these areas and places where Palestinians are experiencing difficulty in access to their housing and homes. Do you think you can expand on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd also just, I am not the expert on geopolitics on this issue, you know?
And yet that lady is extremely vocal about all this. Why? Why? Well, because again, she is part of the dispossessed coalition. This is the intersectional coalition that must be upheld at all costs, even at the expense of lots and lots of dead Jews.
You, sir, pushed me. You pushed me when you just went. Try it again then. Try it right now. Try it right now. He just said he wanted to knock me out. Let's do it. Ooh, I'm afraid of Patrick.
You know, I really don't view myself as a violent man, but I got to confess to an urge to remove the auditor's camera and his 4 front teeth. The auditor knows that camera is his only protection from Patrick, and he's egging him on to fight, which is fighting words.
Fighting words is one class of speech that's not protected. Words and gestures that tend to incite an immediate breach of the peace are fighting words, and therefore get no First Amendment protection.
Hey, that's Nichols worth of free advice. Most people don't know that, though.